Let's see if I need gloves. God damn it. I'm gonna use the back of this spoon. How y'all all? How y'all all? I'm just waiting for more people to tune in. How y'all all? Good morning, Jen. I'm checking on my friend. Doing our check-ins. Making sure we get through. Hey, y'all. Hey, loves. Hey, Papa Ken Ken, Jen B, Roshan. Hi, happy full moon. I've never been more ready for a full moon. Me too. This is wonderful. Hey, Tallulah. It's gonna storm. It's gonna storm. Okay, so let me get my bentonite clay. I'm talking with my friend Hannah. Y'all see Hannah pop up in the chat sometimes. She makes sure I'm always okay, so I'm just making sure she's okay. Like, shouts out to somebody. Shouts out to y'all, my day ones. Y'all like my day ones because I talk to y'all. I talk to y'all just as often as I talk to my day ones, and whoever come on these lives, y'all know what's up going on with me. Y'all know. Y'all know, cause so can't nobody say I don't communicate shit. Cause I be telling folks my business. Sometimes I be telling too much, and I have to delete the shit. You know, like that time I cried. I think that time I cried about dude admitting that he let a bitch in my house. I had to really sit out for that for a little while. I'm like, this niggas be out here knowingly knowing. It's really important that women go get diagnosed, go get help, and go get diagnosed. Cause what happens out here in these streets, and there's some Scorpio full moon advice for that ass. What happens out here in these streets? You got niggas. So this has been a night clay from Mountain Rose Herbs. Been a night clay. Shouts out to the ex, cause he left it. Pineapple cider vinegar. And I'm just gonna mix a little smooth concoction, as smooth as I can get it. Might as well take a little capful, huh? I need to get some more. Okay. I usually don't do it like that. I usually put it in tea. Happy full moon of Scorpio. I use bentonite clay to wash my hair. I haven't put it in my head because I got dreads and I'm scared it might God damn it, I'm scared that it might get stuck in there. Which I know it won't. I'll just be scared. So I haven't. It might clump in the right, so I don't do it that way. But I do put it on my face. Me and my son, we do it weekly. This is, I think, my second time this week. So I probably won't do it again until next Sunday. I'm trying to do it weekly. I am going through a breakout. It seems to be kind of going down. every so often, I have these little breakouts, defined bumps on my face. But that weekend, last weekend, I was eating a lot of processed food. Like, a lot. And I was consciously eating it because I was kind of nervous about just impulsively doing shit. Kind of nervous about this week. And, yeah, I break out. So I know it's the food now. I know it's the food. Being a Virgo is saying that because when I was little, I had these breakouts too. But my mama thought it was the pillow feathers. You know, she ain't really just tell me. Hold on. She ain't really just gonna get checked. My mama never, I don't know. My mama was just stuck in her minimum wage world with these minimum wage ass niggas. But anyways, whenever I get up, I gotta drink a little tea. Oh no, one side of your throat hella. Oh yes, drink some tea. If you got a loquat tree around, go get you some leaves off the loquat tree. And if you have the time, wash them off real good and take an old toothbrush and scrape the fuzzies off the back of them. Wash them real good and put them in the oven on low, like 1 something for like 20 minutes. And then crumble them up. Make you some tea. I actually had a dream about I keep having dreams about cops, marijuana, avoiding marijuana. So I guess spirit is like, you can't go back to smoking. You can't turn around. You can't go back to smoking marijuana. You can't go back. Because now that I know I'm bipolar, that's probably one of the worst things you can do. That's probably one of the worst things you can do. Because I'll be sitting here wondering why, like, when I'm in a negative state and I smoke, I be more in a negative state. And when I'm in a positive state, when I smoke, I be more, you know, it heightens it. It heightens whatever you already feeling. If you already have extreme moods, which all Scorpio moons do, that will not help. So I finally got my confirmation that is not going to help. I always wind up making more than I need to. Good morning, Woods. But let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all about people in our black community and stigma. I know that ain't a perm. I'm not about to perm my edges like these stupid people been doing. No, this is bentonite clay. Fuck no, I will never. No. I had my liquid cream crack days. Trying to look like the girls in the music videos, and they had weave and they had a whole time. We had our cream crack days. Now this is bentonite clay that I'm about to put on. I'm just mixing it, and then I'm about to kind of like, I'm about to actually put my hair in some plaits and put it back, because I didn't do it. I washed my hair last night and I didn't do it because I got out. When I was at my appointment, the male nurse, while he was taking my blood pressure manually, was telling me about this song by Billie Holiday. So before I got out of the tub, I started playing Billie Holiday, and I just had like this ritualistic moment. And then I remembered that one of my mama's wedding songs was At Last. And I was just like, I was feeling like girl interrupted. I was feeling like girl in a fucking erupted. And just had a moment where I just processed, like, this is what it is, you know. This is what it is, and this is what it is. So At Last, I don't know, but it was a song called I Do Fine Without You that the man mentioned to me. And when he mentioned it to me, after seeing the black butterfly and all that other shit upon going into the building, I knew when I got home at some point I needed to listen to this song, and I did. So once I started listening to Billie Holiday, I didn't feel like I ain't feel like finishing the process of my hair. I was like, okay, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm drinking animal tea and water all weekend because, like Asia called it, for cancers. I have a cough. Oh, wow. Nasal congestion. Y'all going through a purge. Everybody that's got like an ailment right now during the Scorpio moon, it's a purge of some sort. So don't be alarmed. Just take care of yourself herbally or the best way you know how. You know, it's just a cause to take care of yourself and, you know, let it out your body. If you feel like you need to cry too, it's always good to cry, even, you know, like, oh shit, am I being dramatic about being sick? No, your body just probably want to cry. So let it cry if you need to cry. Gemini moons can fall under that too. My sister's a Gemini moon. It can fall under that same thing. But it's a little bit more intellectually like than Scorpio. Scorpio will be more emotionally reactive. Gemini be more so perception one way one day, perception different the next. Perception one way one day, perception different. It's not really an act out. Unless they have some type of unless they provoked or have like something in their sun or Mars that can be provoked and cause them to act out. You know, I have a lot of Aries, so I go into fits of rage and angry. I beat people up, and that's not cool. So, had abusive, you know. My daddy, when I was a, you know, grew up. My early part of my life, my daddy was beating my mama ass while I was a baby. So I remember some of it, not all of it. I faintly remember. No, I don't think I was born yet when her leg was broke. He broke her legs. Like, yeah, it was bad. My mama was in a very, you know, it was jealousy. Okay. This black mental illness. This black mental illness. And yeah. God, I thought that was Tesla. I can't deal with y'all. She said she thought this was motherfucking gelato. Hey, Castor. And he thought it was a her. I can't deal with y'all. Yeah, too. Hold on. Okay. So, y'all, what I've noticed, it's a lot of videos I'm about to do. A lot of it. I think I found my official evergreen content. Excuse me if I blink a lot. This apple cider vinegar be stinging. But yeah, the things that people don't talk about with mental illness, I want to talk about the stigma. I want to stick to the stigmas in the black community, and so people can point out when somebody is stigmatizing mental illness in the black community. And I'm going to separate the lines between, I mean, not separate, but, you know, blend the lines between mental illness in the black community and other communities. Because mental illness is mental illness. And being extra and, you know, showing apathy over somebody else's shit because you black, that's mental illness too. That's dumb. You know, it's good. You don't have compassion if you don't want to have compassion, but that, you know, mental illness is mental illness. And it could go from guilt and shame. And there's a lot of other people walking around here with guilt in their ancestry versus shame and oppression. They have guilt in their ancestry. And you have to realize that. Like, it is what it is. Generational guilt. Okay. This is the first time I ever got this mask because it is pretty. Okay. All right. I'm drinking lemon and ginger. Gotcha. I'm gonna make me some low quat tea. That's how I'm making it. Yeah, how is y'all doing? Like, how is all y'all doing? Like, how are y'all? How is this full moon for y'all? How y'all feeling? I gotta finish the actual full moon readings. I don't know how that's about to happen. I'm actually probably about to do it before I leave the house because I'm about to leave at some point. Okay. I'm gonna get my water. All right, back. Have a cake if you can. Crush your boiled garlic and tea and take 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. I can't look down when this stuff is on my eye until it dries. Hold on. Okay. Alright. IDK Asia, but I have this strong urge to become superhuman. I just want to perform at an optimum level. That's that Luna. That's that Luna. I'm the same way too. That's that Luna though, you feeling? That is Luna. Whew. Okay, so y'all, I'm gonna like braid my hair. Make sure I don't put chemicals on it because the other, I'll be spraying. I got 2 bottles that's similar and I need to make the chemical one opaque, like, because I'll be almost picking up the bottle and spraying my damn hair with it. This has water and tea tree oil, but I'm about to refill it in a second. And then I'm using lemongrass. Okay. One of my spirits told me I was sick, but I didn't want to listen. Oh, I'm about to get hella strict with myself. No weed, no sex, no bad food, no negativity. Me too. I said no sex or whatever. I did masturbate this morning. I was like, oh, look, I'm going to masturbate because it's the full moon of Scorpio. And I know it, but this is an act of self-love. So I was like, fuck that. Because I've been watching this girl. I can't think of her name, but it's this girl I ran into on YouTube. And she talks about a lot of tantric and shit like that. She's abstinent or whatever, but she don't bash nobody for being abstinent. But she is telling the same truths I realize about people that have all these sexual extra urges. They be want to call themselves polyamorous and shit. Don't even know what a real and barely can maintain a monogamous situation, supportive monogamous situation based on survival. Like when people say polyamorous, I think about it as people making a super family like based on survival, but I guess it's all different types, so I don't want to sound ignorant or, you know, biased. But she basically touched on that. She's like, no, a lot of people out here, especially men, you hear more so from men, they be saying they want shit, but then they can't maintain certain relationships. And it's like, what are you running from? What you running from? You're running from something. So that's not the reason. You're running from something, or you have something that you need to go to therapy for. Because it is such thing as being addicted to sex, and people don't realize that. Like, you can just be a sex addict, and you don't realize it. You know, and then you be like, don't call it a sex addict, because that's our natural. Yeah, we have it every once in a while, but then an undiagnosed mental illness can have you, like, out here doing what I've, you know, recently learned, doing the most. Because we talked about my early 20s and how I was acting out sexually and shit like that. It can have you out here acting out sexually. You calling it something else to try to not be normal. You know, it's niggas out here normalcy, it's blah, blah, blah. You just want to be different so goddamn bad because you don't want to go sit up in a fucking office and get told, my nigga, you went through some rough shit, and this is what it is. That was the hardest thing for me to do yesterday, for this doctor to say, okay, you've been through some shit. The shit that you've been through is valid. This ain't no, cause I kept telling him I don't like feeling handicapped. Like, look, tell me if I'm being extra. And he was like, no, you been through some shit. You had a rough time. You had a rough time at the moment where you needed your mama the most. You needed your parents. He said parents the most. And then you went through these different things. It was different events that I've been through that caused the post-traumatic. Over time, the post-traumatic, I feel like, became bipolar disorder. But it's both. Like, it's both. And he had to sit there and tell me, like, nah, it is what it is. In a professional way. Like, it is what it is. No, it is what it is. And he said, I'm glad you know, it's good that you got help, come get help now, because as you go on in life, it gets worse and worse. Which it has. I've watched it get worse and worse. And Saturn return, that's when it was like, okay, watching somebody you love, even though they was shitty to you, leave you and tell everybody that you crazy and shit, when they really not telling people what the fuck they doing to you to trigger you. You know, even though they not taking accountability, people that got sense and strong individuals take accountability. And I had to take accountability. Okay, I'm like, ooh, okay. And I would take accountability after the fact, after I done things. I had stopped doing things, but it reached, they were still being the same way. I had stopped. They were still being the same way. And it just caused some things to happen. And I chose, you know, it's not really choosing to react when you black out, when your chemicals in your brain. Now I understand the chemical imbalance when I black out. It's really like something wrong. If you ever black out, something's wrong. You need to go get help. Like, that blacking out feeling is not, it feel like you being possessed. Like, I feel like I'm floating and I feel like I'm dropping to the ground at the same time. And all my strength come to my arms. And I just have to throw shit, exert energy. And I be doing the most strongest shit that I can't do on a regular day when I go to the gym. Like, when I black out, I probably can lift twice my size. You feel me? I probably can lift like a 300-pound something and throw it. I probably can push a car. Like, that's how strong I get. Strong. That's your adrenaline and shit activating at abnormal levels. Something is wrong. And now I'm realizing, okay, and something was wrong. Something was wrong. Good question whether Asia will have me to stop that buy down as usual. What happened, Cassie? I can't remember. I had mine. I feel more shedding skin. Hold on, I gotta read everything. Can we talk about how important it is not to mistake ascension symptoms? No. Ascension symptoms is taking care of your health signs. That's all that is. A spiritual attack, I've never been on a spiritual attack to tell you how a spiritual attack feel. People can spiritually attack you, but it's more subtle than what people think. The worse you are in your mental health, the worse off the attacks will be. The less boundaries you have, the more you're going to pick up on. And it don't have to mean somebody in the corner lighting candles on your ass. It can simply mean somebody like, oh, I hate that bitch. I hate her. I hate her, and just really, really so jealous and hateful that they focus on you all day long, and then you wondering why you having crazy dreams, seeing olive green and bitches stabbing shit because somebody is sending out hateful energy towards you. When you are more like established in your boundaries and you are more, the spiritual attack shit be more so emotional to me. Your heart palpitate and all this other dizzy shit, go to the hospital. Your blood pressure might be high. You might need to stop eating salt. You might be having a vitamin deficiency. That's how I feel about that. So I'm probably not the right person to ask, and I hope that helped. Because don't let people think that they got that much power over you. Okay? Now, the only time you know it's a spiritual attack is when you are feeling these symptoms, you weak doing whatever you're doing, and you are actually forcibly seeing and feeling this person's face or seeing this person's name or something like that. But really, it be the people on mental illness. Honestly, if you really want me to be like, if you really want me to take spirituality out of it, because some things in spirituality can leave you confused. No, it's mental illness. And if people know your weaknesses, they can play on them. People do have the power to fuck with you. Now, I'm not taking that away. People do. But if you expose too much for people and you don't got boundaries, the people that's doing something to you, you probably won't even know or notice it. And it's all in their head. They ain't doing nothing. It's all in their head. They just thinking of you very negatively. Or the internet can send out spiritual attacks. That's why it's best to take breaks off the internet. If you posting your perspectives on the regular, posting memes and shit, that other reposting dumb shit, and then you got a lot of people opposing it, and they just simply like, instead of blocking you, arguing with you in the comment section, or people that ain't even arguing with you, they just talking about you bad to other people, and it's like 15 people doing it at one time, and you wonder why you feel anxiety and shit. Because maybe you don't, it's a boundary issue. You feel me? And I don't mean to sound like that, but I'm just being real. But the ascension symptoms, what I've noticed, I look at anything that they put a title on can be as a spiritual, has a cure through spiritual work and y'all. Let me read that at the moment. Oh, the way you did that. A prayer. Yeah, hopefully Papa King can feel better. You're going to probably feel better tomorrow once the moon is past its maximum. Drink a lot of water too. Drink more water than you have been drinking if you can. So stay hydrated today for one, and take the tips that they've been giving you as far as the lemon and the ginger and stuff and the garlic. You feel spiritual attacks on a spiritual level as simply as someone smiling in your face, but you feel the hate. Exactly. It's subtle. It's not that serious. It's subtle. People's mental illness be making them think that somebody is doing something to them. Because even if somebody do something to you, it's this woman that's a spiritualist. Shouts out to Travis. It's this woman that's a spiritualist on YouTube. And he was telling me, a woman was like, you got to have the spirit of not giving a fuck. And the only way to get out of a supposed curse is to not give a fuck and do your healing work. Because if you paying somebody thousands of dollars to light some candles to have some type of subconscious war with somebody else, but you still compulsively obsessed with the shit in your mind, it's gonna still fuck with you. That's how people can link to you by your own obsession, like your own compulsive obsessions. So if you reveal too much to people, that's why when I start going down the spiritual path, I didn't connect with a lot of people, because you don't know how people are. I only connect with a few until I see your energy for a while. Then I slowly get close to you, because I don't know what you're doing, where you at in your healing path. Honest. But a lot of people do mistake ascension, like your health, you needing to go get a primary care doctor for ascension symptoms. Dizziness, heart palpitations, changing cravings and food. Nah, my nigga, you just need to have more. That's your body telling you, help, help. That's all it is. Help. The earth is spinning faster. The air is dying. Our DNA is trying to adapt as best as it can scientifically. Your body is calling out for you to make changes. That's all the ascension symptoms is. And people in the new age community be telling people they shit, but don't go tell them and be honest, like change your diet and shit. Go to the hospital if you need to. Go get your primary care doctor. Check your cholesterol if your heart is pumping. Like, do this shit, because the earth is changing. Therefore, our bodies is trying to adapt. And you know how they be saying, some people gonna go on the rapture, some people not. Some people going sin, some people not. They're gonna get left behind in 5D. No, this is the honest truth. You don't change your body. You see all these young ass people having heart attacks? Do you see this? These teenagers, people's in their 20s having heart attacks. Do you see this? The earth is changing. Yes, we really are scientifically ascending, and our bodies is trying to adapt. Like, our bodies is really going through a crisis. Like, okay, it's kind of like the birds and stuff, but only we humans, so it's more subtle, and it's like our cells are constantly having meetings. You know, when they say like we get new DNA upgrades, our cells is having meetings, and they sitting at the round table like, so my niggas, Earth got more carbon dioxide in the air, so what in the body that we need our hosts to pay attention to? Let's check for the weaknesses. Oh, dizziness, ascension symptom. Oh, palpitation, ascension symptom. Oh, you're just getting your DNA upgrades. You gonna fuck around and get an ailment if you don't fuck around and do what the fuck your body is trying to alarm you to do. Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead. I don't mean to sound like that, but it's called practicality. We gotta add more practicality to this spiritual shit. Because it's gonna have us confused, walking around with no legs like our fucking ancestors that left before us because they wouldn't stop eating sugar. Or whatever their body told them to stop doing. And I don't mean to sound blunt, but I've seen a lot of people die in my family over not changing certain things. And you gotta turn that I don't give a fuck meat on full blast right. And that's why we need to eat closer to the earth. And it really is a thing about eating vegan, bruh. It is. Eating earthly foods, that really is a thing right now. That it's not a thing to make somebody that's not eating earthly feel like they a piece of shit. No, but it's the thing for alkaline purposes. That is a thing. But people gonna do that at their own time. You know? But our bodies is calling out for us to eat more fruits and vegetables because we all deficient, and we need to become more alkaline because there's more radiation getting into the atmosphere, which causes more cancer. And viruses and cancers and shit can't live in an alkaline body. We know this. So veganism needs to be more encouraged as far as like the body, not other shit, you know. Like, let's always be practical. It shows the work you're doing. Exactly. Like when you're doing math problems, they want you to show your work, right? You gotta be practical and show how you got 15 from X plus whatever. I don't know. Shit, I ain't getting mad. But my grandfather had his leg amputated, and my mama ain't got no legs. And my auntie left through heart disease. She got congestive heart failure. It got out of control. She ain't have no legs when she died. My grandpa, I'm not really sure what was the fatal blow. I have to ask my cousin. But it was most likely his heart. It was most likely his heart. My grandma, she had a heart attack the third time. She didn't make it back from the hospital, but I don't know exactly how. You know, black people die and they don't ask the doctor scientifically what happened. You know, or they don't tell the kids even if they know, or they don't even understand what the fuck the doctor's saying. So I believe the heart took all my people out of here, you know. So these heart palpitations I'm having, it ain't no fucking symptoms. That's, bitch, stop eating fat. Because we let your guides is letting you know, your ancestors letting you know, whatever you want to call it is letting you know, okay, your heart, bitch, you might wanna treat yourself better. Because the earth is dying. The earth ascending is the earth dying. You know when people die, they say they ascended, right? So if we all ascended, what that mean? We all slowly becoming extinct. Ding, 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 ding. That's why I don't do a lot of new age shit. I'm sorry. Because it brought me back to science. It brought me back to science. And I'm like, okay. So this is what it really is. But it gives me a chance to like tell people what it really is. Like it's cute to use these terms. It is, you know. But we can still use these terms to help people that's still confused in it to come back to practicality. So yeah. So humans are dying out. The earth is getting rid of us. Mother Earth is tired of us being on her planet. She is tired of this church. So she wants us off. And that's what's happening. Nobody give a fuck about Mother Earth. So she don't give a fuck about us no more. Like, okay, y'all figure it out on your own. Y'all heard Willow's song? You know it's not my problem. When she sing that, I imagine that's Mother Earth's song. I don't know. Maybe I'm interpreting it wrong, but you are so right. It's basic people shit that people let fall through. Right? Am I very true? Is it possible there's so much hate in the heart chakra? It's blocked and causes aches and blocks to go. They go, yeah, and that's for every. I feel like with these young people dying, that's spirit way of letting us know. You see these young people with all that hate in their heart, and they not hate but closed heart chakras to where their heart can't function, along with whatever types of drugs and the stuff they doing recreationally, whatever, along with whatever types of foods they're eating, because this is what soothes them. Yes, there's a lot of hate in this world, and that closes the heart chakra. So yes, that's definitely a factor. Yes, Castor, the heart chakra is the bridge to the higher and lower chakras. Chances it's blocked, and then the other lower three needs attention as well. Exactly. And the majority of us that think we got our chakras aligned, we do not have them aligned. That's a lot of work. That's a lifelong thing. Because it wouldn't be no colds, no ailments, no coughs, no flu, no influenza, no measles, no all that extra shit. If the population had their things aligned. I feel like opening that. They got enough tea oil in there. But yep. So it's really about taking care of ourselves, keeping ourselves alive as long as we can, because in 100 years, hopefully they'll have Mars ready. That's enough time to have Mars ready. If it becomes ready. But in 100 years, it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Yeah, it's gonna, we be dead. But our children and our children's children, they're gonna be involved in the what the fuck we gonna do type of situation. But I think they already kind of low-key taking care of it. Because we adapt well as humans. Look at us over the years. We went from cavemen to electric cars. We could have had flying cars by now, but they use that energy and be teleporting by now. But they use that energy to make atomic weapons instead of ripping space and time and splitting atoms for us to transport ourselves. They chose that instead of doing something constructive with it. Something still can be done constructive with it, but now it's a stigma over nuclear energy to where anybody got any nuclear energy. Like they just wanted to bust one atom open in the hydrogen collider and everybody like, oh! So it's, ain't gonna be no flying cars. It's gonna be rockets going to other planets. It ain't gonna be no. That might take another. That's a karmic setback. I won't ever say that it won't get to that point. Maybe while we on the other planet, it'll get to that point, because we'll know not to use nuclear energy on another colony or another planet. Maybe it'll get to that point then. But god damn it, my hair. But maybe not right now. That's a karmic setback. So, and that's on us. I need to go back to vegetables. Yeah, I've been eating more vegetables. I had a veggie burger at Walk-On's. If y'all ever go to Walk-On's, oh my god. Get that veggie burger. And I got this from Lauren. Lauren had got it with egg and avocado on it. Oh my god. I know egg probably took away the veganness of it. I almost put bacon on this bitch. But, yes. It is good. It is yummy. But yeah. It's a lot of people that have different perspectives in spirituality, so it's easy to get confused going from person to person. So it's best to just find the few people you resonate with and grow with them, because no matter where somebody at in their perspective, they're gonna grow. And because a lot of stuff out there is causing more confusion than it is hope and help, especially with a majority of us suffering from mental illness. So it gets to a point where it gets practical. It's all science and it's all scientific, and I honestly feel like all these religions, archetypes, and all this explains different aspects of science, different elements in science. That you know, like they made a character out of an element or a substance that's unseen unless it reacts with certain things. For example, it's this man on YouTube. Why is this stuff still burning? Not burning, but in my eyes. It's this man on YouTube. He African, Brazilian. He's either from Brazil or Central America, but he black. And I can't watch him because he need captions. He ain't got captions on his shit because I don't be understanding what he be saying. But he be talking about the orishas and how they show up in reality, scientifically and practically. And it ain't what you don't know already and what they don't teach you in a religion already. He give you the chemical breakdown of it though. Like he a scientist, a chemist with it. So, and y'all check out my poem on Instagram that I just wrote about my diagnosis. And then I'm about to say, now that I'm held myself accountable, I'm about to expose a lot of people that fuck with people knowing that they have issues. Talking about a woman shouldn't tell a man what's going on with them because they let that man know what he can do to her. Why would he want to do that? But mental illness is a thing, and then when that woman flashed the fuck out on you on some acrimony shit, she crazy. She the crazy one. But she told you what she went through. You know, so that's why it's important for women, all men, whoever, to get their diagnosis so they know who not to fuck with for real. You have this on paper, like, look, this is what's going on, and I'm working on this, and I need you to be patient with me. And if you don't have the compassion to deal with this, then don't deal with it. Don't deal with me. Stay out of my life. You know, don't come bothering me if you don't want nothing. If you just want to play with me and use me for whatever, for a negative reaction so that you can feel better about yourself or your mental illness. No. Because you see a lot of, as females do it too, narcissist this, narcissist that. Why did you let him back in at 3 a.m. sis? Or why did you do this, sis? Why did you get pregnant from me, sis? Like, we have to be accountable. Like, why I let the nigga come back and forth for 7 and 9 years? I have to be accountable for that. Why my mama dealt with the same person for 7 years? She got to hold herself accountable for that shit. Like, don't make nobody a monster, but they feel like home. If somebody that's a monster to you feel like home, that means something is going on within. You might want to go and get your mental health checked because you're worsening it by reintroducing yourself to these same traumas because you're used to it. You have to go through it to catch it. You know, it ain't no skipping it. So don't feel shamed and bad about even going through it. But at some point, whether it's year 5, whether it's year 1, whether it's year 15, you have to hold yourself accountable. See, I said it in a nice way, and then there's other people that's going to tell you, oh, why the fuck you let them fuck? Because you still going through that process learning that lesson. So, it just comes a point where we have to take accountability. Like, stop doing this. Like, because trying to call a narcissist or make them realize that they're a narcissist just going to make them feel more special. Oh, I'm a narcissist. I'm going to look this up. Oh, I'm like this. I'm a bad guy. Because they so hurt in their reality, they would rather be a bad guy than a pushover. So that's the worst thing you can do is try to self-diagnose a fucking narcissist. Like, leave them people alone. The moment you tell them that, you should never talk to them again until they go get help. I'll show you they going to therapy or something. Because it's rare that a narcissist catch themselves because they usually have an environment where whoever, especially with males, it's like a favorite child, scapegoat type thing. It just depends on the situation. It's different. Um, and then there's female narcissists as well. And I'm bipolar, so I'm part narcissistic. So yeah, that's the truth. But I'm not like, I don't get pleasure off, well, back in the day when I was sexually acting out, I used to get pleasure off of people's negative reactions, honestly. Because they had did something to me first, but they couldn't dish out what they could not take what they dished out at all. Not, they never can. So I was like, oh, you fucking with the right one. Well, this is what's about to pop off. Hold on, y'all. Oh. Okay. God damn it. Okay. Hold on. The braid is not how I wanted it to be, but hold on, I need to find a hairband. God damn it. Where's a hairband when you need it? Oh, I found one. Okay. But I mainly brought that up because there's a lot of men that do this more so than women. Like women can identify with it and then like, okay, well, I gotta find a way to pull away from this person. It becomes an addictive, thing because that's what we used to. We see our mamas and daddies deal with. We doing learned behavior. That's why I don't like when people say, well, don't nobody ain't gonna feel sorry for this person because they keep going back. It's a learned behavior. It's a mental illness. But we do have to take accountability at one point before we go into healing ourselves. So I just want to confirm that. But there's a lot of men out there. These bitches crazy. These bitches crazy. They told you their daddy wasn't at home, you dumbass. Is your daddy there? No. It's somebody, I ain't gonna say no names, but they got a rap on their Instagram. Tired of messing with girls with daddy issues. Like I said, and I saw them flip out. I think I told you this before. I saw them flipping out, getting mad because their car kept breaking down every 5 minutes, and they saw their daddy give their stepson a new car instead of getting them one. And they flipped the fuck out, beating the steering wheel and shit. And I was okay with that. I didn't judge them. Because I knew they were hurt. And I knew they were hurt that their daddy wasn't there. Never judged them for that. Never judged them for that. Never. Never. I'm going to have to use a old shirt because I don't really feel like digging for a towel. I believe the Kali Yuga holds true. I think as a whole, human race falling will divide. We're downward. Yeah. We're on a downward part of the human evolution. We are. We're in the Iron Age. Yeah, we are. Hold on. I'll be making tarot courses, and when I do my tarot courses, I answer all questions about tarot readings unless somebody want to answer for. Maybe your ancestors. Hold on. Interesting. I had a dream where I saw the word Haitian on the board with someone I could not see. Yeah, it could be ancestors because I had a dream about French ancestors. Recently. Show me where my people are from. And whoop, there it is. Yep, that's exactly what it was. It wasn't mine, but it was a yellow box. I said Orisha. Hold on. I'm using the shirt because it's laundry. I'm not about to put. That's a towel in there. I just never put my towels up. I don't feel like digging for them. I just let it get out of hand when I wash. So this is a shirt I don't use. It's probably about to get thrown away. Because different decks got different meanings. I can't. It's people to do with me being in Atlanta. I'm skipping a lot of it. Hold on, I missed a lot, y'all, because I was talking. The house and wives, you're going to realize it's more practical. Because I went through that phase, too. And then I went through past life phases and shit, and I realized that wasn't helping me not react the way I was reacting to certain stuff. And that's why, you know, it is a thing called synchronicities, and it is good to have a spirituality or belief system that helps and allow yourself to grow, you know, grow through it. Sometimes we grow out of it when we realize it. It's kind of like going to the next grade, like being a graduate and then going to the next grade. So it's always good to have a balance of spirituality, back practicality. It's good to have a balance of all this. Because it's really practical the way the answers show up. The way God talks to us and the Spirit talks to us is very practical. And as far as that Kali Yuga shit, yeah, we are the first layer of hell. Alchemically. We are on the first layer of hell. And that's why the Catholics, I think, believe that you can pray your way out. As linked to that belief, and them believing you can pray an ancestor out of hell. Oh, I hate that I don't have a towel because this thing got the Nazis on it. Okay, hold on. Y'all been having dreams about cats and getting stabbed and ran. Oh, shit. In your dream you got in a car accident? That's feelings your femininity feeling unsafe. The feminine parts of you feeling unsafe. Especially if the cats, what were the cats doing? Because I had a dream about cats the day right before, yesterday morning, right before I got my diagnosis. And it's funny because then I realized it was the feminine aspect. The feminine aspect that I felt I needed to protect, or the feminine in me feel like it needs protection. So the cats were attacking the dog. It was 2 cats attacking the dog. So cats do represent your femininity and how you feel about your own femininity if you're a woman, and how a man feels about femininity if he's a guy. And then if you're a guy and you feel more feminine, this represents how you feel about your femininity. So she said you might need to move, sweetie. Exactly. Damn. Damn. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. I'm almost done. Cause I'm about to have to. Now I'm gonna go find a towel because this is ridiculous. Okay. This is Urban Skin X, but I'm having to like fill it out with my nails, and then kind of like, cause I don't know what a scrubby thing is. I can't find them in the store no more. The scrubby things that went with it, cause my scrubby thing, cause I live with a towel, it winds up getting put on the floor. I'm gonna have to start incorporating sunscreen too, cause a bitch. I know I'm lacking all, but Bob Marley still died of skin cancer. People act like they don't want to believe it. Shit. I really feel like this shit is the vitamin D shit that's going on. And I'm trying to figure out why a lot of black women have the low vitamin D. Low vitamin D2. Hey, let me go find a towel real quick. Cause that means that's the time to wash. That means it's time to wash. I can't find it. Oh wow. Yeah, you feel a way about your, like somebody or something in your environment is making you feel a certain way about your feminine aspect. You say you stay in Atlanta, and I notice in Atlanta it's you say you stay in Atlanta. I just want to ask it before I say what I say. Oh my god. Oh right, okay. So that's once these bumps go away. All right. It keeps on me my affection and ah. Oh wow. It's something with my face is red. Hold on. Let me wait till this stops because of the current breakout. It fucking my face burns. So give me a second. I do see the exfoliant though, like how it exfoliated it off my nose. Cause when my nose is dim, I know something's going on with my face. And see, usually this is shiny, but right now it's not as shiny because of the little fine bumps that y'all can't see. I don't know if y'all can see them. Yeah, y'all can see them. Yeah. Never mind, you good. Well, for me, it just seems like spirit showing you how to move and you're hesitating. If you in Atlanta, it's something about your feminine being suppressed or making you feel uncomfortable being in feminine in that place too. Which I don't know. It's weird because Atlanta seemed like a very very feminine place. Okay. Did that. Now one more step. The Egyptian magic. Oh well. I'll put some moisturizer on. I'll find it in a second. I'll put it on my face. Stop doing this because I don't rub this so hard. I got that from Mary Jane Brown, whatever her name is. Say slap your face and to bring the blood flow. Hey Scorpio, fellow Scorpio moon. I don't know where that stuff at. My Egyptian magic. I don't know why I'm be forgetting the name, and it's Egyptian magic. But I'll put that on before I leave. Oh, I'm sorry, face. I bet the month's gonna go away though. Shit, damn. And I do it every so often. I hate when it does that. It's like I don't have no control over it. But I think it's linked to my period too. Because my periods due to start real soon. Yes, I even wrote it down. Ground ATL Phoenix down for both them in the head, and Phoenix came out. So I think I'm going to move back. I have people who just want to support me. They get it, and I'm just afraid of my family. Yeah, go back to Arizona. It's something about you that's making you feel unsafe in Arizona. And if you feel that, listen to your intuition and do the practical thing and get your hat, your coat, and leave. Because you don't want to fuck around and be there and then something fucked up happen. You're like, oh, I know it's my intuition. You know, it's something telling you to leave. Something making you feel unsafe. And it could even be individuals around you and shit that's on some bullshit. Okay. Ow. My scalp itch the most when it's wet, but it be the most orgasmic scratch. Like, okay. Anybody had any dreams last night? I did. I had dreams last night. Oh, it's about this low quad tea I'm actually about to get ready to make. Okay, so let me take this off because I do want my hair to dry. Now I do my baby hairs later. Fuck all that. Look at this. I'll do that later. Hey, Amanda Leak. Hold on, I'm just. You landed 2 interviews. Hey, Rochelle. You landed 2 interviews in Arizona. Yeah, it's meant for you to go to Arizona. I'm just reading back. And yep, Castor, they definitely showed you who your people was. They showed me that I have some French ancestry. So yeah. It's a chill day. I need to And for those of you that want readings with me, if you would like a full moon release reading or a full moon reading, you can participate in the first, what's that? Okay. You can participate in the first client or a new client special if you never got a reading from me, which is $30 for 30 minutes. You can just cash out me 30 and email me your hood oracle, your questions and concerns, your phone number, so that, and a time that's good for you. And yeah, we can get it popping. Aquarius, Sun, Taurus, Moon. I always say that's a good mix. No ideas, no dreams, but I was shocked because my Aries ascendant bucked at my BF's Aries Sun this morning. It was crazy. Oh shit. The complexion is gorgeous. Thank you, even though it's a little bumpy. My face is a little bumpy. Please get a reading from her. I had one last week and it was amazing. Thank you, Nicole. Matter of fact, I got these cards right here for those who want a free moon, full moon release oracle before I go and work on my schoolwork a little bit. Nicole, I'm gonna say Nicole gifted me these because she gave me a gift, and this is what I want to invest in. This moon oracle. Scorpio moon. Shouts out to the Scorpio moons that's here. I'm a Virgo. Oh, you a Beyonce, Eric. You a Beyonce, Amanda. Hey, Kiana. Okay, so Kiana, your full moon release focus is, I'm gonna pull 3. Power. 1, 2, 3. Twinsies, Aries, Sun, Scorpio, Moon. Power, peace. Power and peace. And darkness. There's power and peace in the darkness, Kiana. This full moon may make you feel like it's starting an incubation period as things are being released from you. It may feel like an initiation, but it's stuff. It's putting you in a place. For the next 2 weeks, if you find yourself being less interested in things and, you know, just feeling just like understimulated, there's things being shed away so that way you can step into this initiation of power and peace. Accept this calm moment and this down moment as peace. You know, if you feel in turmoil because of the understimulation, feeling like something is wrong. Because sometimes understimulation can make us feel like we're not doing enough. That can come up. And I just released my depression. Releasing depression. How did you release your depression? Because that's a lifelong management. You surrender to the fact that you suffer with depression. That makes sense. But that's a lifelong management. Not saying that it never goes away, but it always comes and goes. You have to surrender to the fact, okay, this is there. You know, this is there, and this is something that I have to move through. And these could be the reasons why, but I relapse being the victim of it. It's going to always come and go. It's going to, oh, gotcha, you release being the victim of it. Yeah, it's going to come and go, but you move through it the best way you can. So you may be entering a phase. If you find yourself going downward, there's power and peace in this moment. Or maybe this could be you releasing this and then you finding power in the peace. Like when you go down in those moments, you're like, okay, I'm finding peace. It's peaceful here. At least it's peaceful. It's peaceful here. Like, you're finding your power and peace these next 2 weeks. That may take a little isolation. You may feel like you want to be to yourself a few days out of the next 2 weeks. So it's peace and power in this isolation. So it feels like and then going back up, but finding peace in it. I really didn't, when I was a therapist, I don't really think I suffer from depression, honestly. I think if you go up and down, most likely if they diagnose you, they're going to say you bipolar. If it's chronic depression, chronic, to where you just don't do shit for months and weeks, like you just lose interest, that's a different thing. We all suffer for some form of depression, though. We all got it. We all have it. Generational, too. You're welcome, love. I never did a moon reading. How about I try one for the fellas? All right, so Papa Ken. You asking for a thing? If y'all wanna I can't talk because my mind on food. If you would like a free moon release reading, you can press 33. I'm gonna do a few of them. I like these cards. Oh my god. Okay, so Tallulah, 1, 2, 3. The path. The path. And then we have faith at the bottom. So have faith that you're on the right path. If you've been feeling hesitant about a path, hesitant about a new path, or hesitant about having to do something you might not want to do on the way to the ending result, Spirit is asking you to have faith, because this path, all the way to go about it's probably unexpected. Like, you know how we all want $1 million, but we have to work for it? It's kind of like that effect. And sometimes it may require us to do things we rather not want to do. Like, say if we want to run the business, we really just want the money, but we have to learn how to actually run a business. Or say if we want the cake, but we have the cake mix, but we don't feel like making the cake, but we have to make the cake. It's like something maybe along this path you don't want to put your energy in, but you have to put your energy in this thing in order to get to that final destination. So Spirit is asking you to have faith. It may look funny and murky. It may not look right. It may, because it's something that you just simply don't want to do or don't want to put your energy towards, or may feel like you don't have enough energy for, but it's something that's required along the path. So have faith. All right. I'm gonna make me some noodles. Ow, 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 ow. 33, Amanda Leak. 1. Amanda Leak, 33. One, 2, 3. Amanda Leak. Creation and self-love. That kind of stuff is explanatory. That's something creative about you, something that you have been creating, something that you've had the mind to work on. And whatever that thing is, you've probably been putting off. The Spirit is saying, okay, an act of self-love. If you've been wondering what more can you do to show more love to yourself, is go back to creating. Pick up creating again. Or picking up that thing that you have been working on that you put down. It's something that you put down, though, that Spirit is requiring you to pick back up. Because self-love wouldn't even be on the back if that was the case. It could be something that you're active in that, you know, you may want to do more of, but may feel undeserving or as if you just can't. But if you've been wanting to figure out more ways you can show yourself self-love, creating. It's something that you do that's creative, though. No matter how you think you look, how you feel about it, whatever criticism you got about it, we have to master our crafts, and it takes practice. It's not ever perfect overnight. So if it's doubt about how it comes out or doubt about not being good enough in it, do it for the sake of self-love. Do it to make you happy in the moment. Do it just to have to meditate. Like the people, like older people be knitting sometimes just to keep blankets everywhere, or they sell them for quarters, just so they can have their mind on something, just to see the fulfillment of completing something. Okay. Okay, so Miss Haley. Oh no, that wasn't for you, Papa Ken. I got you. I didn't know if you wanted a reading or you was talking about an idea. My bad. I got you next. Thank you, Papa Ken. Okay, so Kiana, I mean, yes, I'm not doing like readings right now. It's kind of like one a person right now because I'm actually about to get off. But you can, and I can answer it to the best of my ability. Miss Haley, 2, 3. And then after you is Papa Ken. So hot moon. This would be the Scorpio moon to me. Extremes with will. Wow. Having the willpower to push through it, the extremes. It's blatant. Like having the willpower to push through the extremes. You have that willpower. You have that will. Because this came out at the bottom. Like you're moving through extremes, pushing through extremes. You may not like extreme changes and shit like that, but there's an extreme change which could be connected to what you just talking about that you have to integrate or will have to integrate, and it will take willpower. So tap into that willpower that you know you have. Okay, so Papa Ken. Okay. All right, so you go ahead and ask the Kiana. Papa Ken. Hold on, Papa Ken. I need to. 1, 2, 3. I know I need to be doing my schoolwork. Self-love and the path to self-love. On this path of self-love, for you, it may be stuff that you feel funny about and feel not so sure about doing on the path that you want to create for yourself. But I feel like that path is something that you've been wanting to do that you've probably been hesitating on, maybe not feeling enough, or maybe feeling like, am I in the right direction, or am I doing this the right way? You are. Give room for trial and error. But do anything that you know benefits or brings more abundance to you, that benefits you. Do those things. Don't doubt those things, or don't question those things that you know is going to bring you increase, that you know is going to bring you prosperity. It don't do no harm in trying whatever it is. Allow the trials and errors, because that's how you learn. But I feel like it's abundance just waiting for you at the door. And that's like hesitation. You deserve it. The self-love is you saying that you're deserving. He's like, a mouthful. Yes, indeed. So you're welcome, y'all. Okay, I'm going out with my friends tonight on the Scorpio new moon. If the rain commits, what energy do I need to be aware of while we are out? Extremes. Nothing. Just be vigilant. I don't feel like nothing bad gonna happen if to ask me that, you must have a feeling about going out, feeling wishy-washy. So if you feeling more so you gotta be on the lookout too much to where you ain't gonna be able to relax, I wouldn't go. Because Scorpio is an extreme dramatic moon, full moon. So if you already had that feeling, I wouldn't go. You're welcome, love. Well, y'all, I'm about to get off of here and work on my schoolwork and eat me some noodles and oodles until my friend comes. And we're going to ride out of town. Yes, indeed. And I will be talking to y'all soon. Have a blessed full moon. Mwah. And stay safe, because the weather's supposed to get bad if you live in the South, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas over the next 2 days.